graduated, master's degrees, some of them even PhDs. If that is what the industry needed, as you say, then everything would be okay. But the problem is, yes, you have the papers, but you're not getting the jobs. So do you agree with Castro that the job market is demanding for those papers? Because if at all that was true, then everyone would be employed.
Thank you very much. I think according to me, what I'd say is that I'll use an example of my father. Growing up, they were known as the most educated people in the village. They had all the papers, they were the first engineers in the village. And my father immediately finished university, he was able to get a job. But if you fast forward 2026, you find it is very hard to get that job. You've just mentioned about how even people who are doing labor jobs having masters, it is because there's no that market demand as much as it was before. Because now everybody has papers. Mm-hmm. So now what we need to do is diversify. I think being a member of Jubilee Party, during the Jubilee administration, I can remember one thing that happened was that they tried to encourage many young students after Form 4. They don't necessarily have to go to the university. They can go to TVETs to be able to get those skills because they wanted to expand the market.
Yes.
Yes.
And because Kenya is a growing economy, Njeri Mbogo from the national chair wa Rembo na DCP, Kenya is a growing economy, meaning that there is demand for labor because growth requires labor. Yet universities are churning 80,000 graduates every year who are simply unemployable. Do you agree that that is a disconnect, that probably what this economy needs and what universities are doing are not in tandem?
Okay, I kind of agree with you. And I think there is a lot that the government should be doing in making sure as much as people are graduating, they are creating jobs opportunity, like constructing industries that can thereafter take these young people. And I also agree with my friend here, the youth leader from Jubilee Party. We need also to emphasize on having technical skills that will help young people. When you go outside, you can meet the standard or requirement of the employer. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me talk to Blanche now. And the issue now, because I hear she's taking the blame now straight to government. The government should. But don't you think that probably the issue is even with the youth themselves, that the kind of education you seek, with all the information you have, people still want to be doctors, people still want to be a certain white-collar job officer, yet you know very well there are no jobs. Don't you think that the youth are part of the problem? Introduce yourself fully and the title you hold as well.
Well, good morning. My name is Njamiu Blanche from Mongatarongai. I'm a youth leader and a chairperson for an empowerment hub, self-help group for women. Well, youth are part of the problem. The government is part of the problem. And what I can actually say this morning is that youths that graduate annually from our institutions, the demand for jobs is high. As you can see, the numbers are also high. And I really think it's not, it's partly the youth, the government, and everyone everywhere. But the real issue that I feel like is causing this havoc is the true cost of living. It has been said that the GDP has risen statistically, but if you interact with people on ground, things are totally different. Businesses are closing, enterprises are closing, and also policies that are there to actually maybe influence and support entrepreneurship for youths, they are not favorable. If you look at what the government, His Excellency, what he started, the fund, the Nyota Fund, it's a good initiative, but the sustainability part of it, is not really working. Because tell me, you give me 50,000 today to go start a business as a youth. How much does a license cost? And part of it, capital for sustainability to grow that business. Like, do you see it sailing through more than actually 3 months? If you look at the Job Expo, part of it, youth going abroad to work, you know how expensive that is. Tell me, mtoto wa mama mboga mke aende apate opportunity ya kwenda ngambo, ya kwenda Qatar, kwenda Dubai to go do all these things. Passport and all that. Niambie mtoto wa mama mboga atatoa wapi pesa yote kwenda? It's really expensive.
Okay.
And what I would really advocate for is for our leaders, especially in parliament. I keep on insisting parliament because they have so much power and the funds. If I manage to get into parliament as a future leader, I would advocate, I'll push for a policy, I'll push for a bill that is going to create a safe net for our youths, such that in every enterprise, every industry, any manufacturing field absorbs a certain percentage of the youths.
All right. And thank you for that. It's interesting you've mentioned the fact that many Kenyans are going abroad.